Hey guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to be doing an August wrap-up. Also, don't freak out, I have a bun on. You can't tell, but it's really hot to have my hair down, so I just went with a bun today. So I'm going to discuss my August wrap-up and hopefully you enjoy it. I know it's kind of late because we're already in September, but I meant to do this a couple of days ago, like a week ago. But I'll just get to it and let's start my wrap-up. I'll go in order by the books I read, and 2 were audiobooks and 3 were physical, and here are the physical ones that I read. Okay, so let's get started. The first book I read in the month of August, I read The Martian by Andy Weir, and I think everybody's really familiar with this book, but it's about a guy named Mark Watney, and he gets stuck on Mars after his crewmates believe that he has died in a sandstorm, and it turns out he's actually alive, so he has to survive on Mars. And yeah, that's what this book is about, and it's very, very good. I gave it, I believe, a 4 out of 5 stars, and the movie is coming up very soon, so I think I'll be doing a review on the book and the movie in one video. Keep out on the look for that. The next books I read were for school reading, and one of them was Ethan Frome by Edith Wharton, and I gave that book a 3 out of 5 stars. It was very short, it wasn't that long, and it was okay. It was a bit weird. Not really, not as weird as the next book I read, but it was okay. It wasn't like anything fantastic, but I guess the characters were kind of interesting, but it wasn't, I didn't really much care for that book, but I guess it was a pretty good book if like for school reading or whatever. It's pretty decent. But the next book I read is Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, and I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I actually really enjoyed it, even though I listened to the audiobook, and usually audiobooks are like kind of iffy for me because it's hard to concentrate because I'm tempted to like do things while like I'm reading, like clean or like do homework or something while I'm reading or listening to the audiobook, and sometimes I don't really actually absorb what's being said to me, so that's why you don't usually like to read audiobooks for that reason. But I enjoyed it, and it was really weird, but it was very futuristic, and I kind of like books like that. It's kind of shocking how close the things that are in that book, kind of how close they are in real life. Yeah, that's a little weird, but it was definitely a very good read and kind of makes you think about things. The next book I read was Another Day by David Levithan, and this book was very good. I have a review on it, and if you want I'll link it down so you can watch it, but it's basically a companion to the book Every Day, published by the same author. And if you want to know more of my thoughts on this book and anything else, just check out my review, and I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars, I believe. The next book I read was Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover, which is actually one of my favorites from this month. It was really good. I also have a review on this book because I wanted to do a review on it even though it's been published for like a year or so, and I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and if you want to know anything more on my thoughts on this book, you can check out my review. But that wraps up. What a pun. Well, that wraps up all the books I read for August. There were a total of 5, and I really enjoyed them. Yeah, I had a pretty successful reading month, especially since school came in halfway, so I think I did pretty well. So that's it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.